for an original sin.
Hey guys, and welcome back to more Spirit Hunter Deathmark. Alrighty, we are heading. Let's see, who are our partners? Ex-reporter. I'm wondering if she might know more. For right now, we might switch from her. Let's head to the forest. We remember the last time she wasn't that reliable, but then again, it wasn't her death mark, so it explains why. This is more awkward than I thought. Being out alone with someone who, until recently, was planning to kill herself. Do you have something you want to say? She noticed right away. Was I being that obvious? No, not really. It's fine, you don't have to hide it. You're wondering if I still want to kill myself, aren't you? Is this a woman's intuition? No. Maybe I'm just crap at hiding things? Don't worry, I don't anymore. People hate it when things are forced on them, right? It doesn't matter what it is. I can trust you, right? Yes, at least for now. Here's hoping she keeps feeling the same, at least while we're together. Just then, the tire hits a bump in the road. I can see a square gray object in the back seat through the rearview window. Mirror. Is that thing back there yours? No, that's Aida's CD radio cassette player. Huh? Why something like that? He said we might need music during the drive, then went and put it in here himself. But we don't have any CDs or tapes. Should I turn on the radio? No, I'll pass. The conversation grinds to a halt after that. It's like there's an invisible person between us. After falling silent for a while, Christy finally speaks up again. It only makes sense for the conversation to turn one direction. It's rather worrisome, don't you think? After all this, they don't know. Who doesn't know what? There's those two. They think that spirits just help you find things. What a naive fairy tale. Yeah. Christy is exactly right. You quickly become disillusioned once you actually face a spirit. But thinking about it, wouldn't that be best? Christy looks at me in shock. Wait, what are you saying? I just mean, our lives are on the line here. Would you stop joking around? Sorry. She's furious at me, but it looks like she was telling the truth about not wanting to die. She's got too much pride. Someone like that would never commit suicide. What's so funny? Nothing. Will we make it back again? I stare at the headlights and contemplate where we're going. The sigh was pretty deep. I can't believe we're here again. At least I can feel better knowing he's not around anymore. I almost remind her about Hanayome, but I stop myself from opening my mouth. I don't want to break her tenuous calm. Okay, it's supposed to be west of the gate. I look at the west of the gate again, but there's no sign of a trail. Strange, maybe I'm remembering wrong. When I came here researching an article, there was a path to the west. Suddenly, Chrissy's face stiffens. What's wrong? I feel cold all of a sudden. I follow her gaze and I see a low shadow dashing out from the darkness. A dog? It certainly seems like one. It kicks up the dirt with 4 legs, but it looks off, somehow. Its fur is long and disheveled, and from certain angles its face looks human. The dog stares at us, growling softly. What is that? Are you trying to tell us something? You're being too gentle with it. You need to sound firm when talking to a dog. Act like its master. Weaker dogs like to bark, right? So ignore it and stay quiet. So ignore it and stay quiet, huh? I guess that's true for humans too. Powerful people tend to ignore others. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. The dog barks loudly, then vanishes into the western underbush. The moment it's gone, the chill in the air dissipates like it was never there. Was it trying to guide us? Maybe. I shine the flashlight on the spot where the dog disappeared. A now familiar pain shoots through my wrist. The marked color grows more vivid. Early dawn, a few hours left until death comes in. There's probably not much time left. We better hurry. Let's check the bush over there. New info added to the spirit file. Investigating the forest again. So, now we know that there's a doggo. Spirit doggo. We did see the rabbit before. There's a thicket of trees next to the gate. With the dog on, I push my way into the underbush. I spot the traces of what used to be a path. You could barely call it one at this point. This must have been the closed hiking trail. The path goes west from the gate. That's right, I remember now. This is the path I took before. That dog, was it trying to show this to us? Who knows? Anyway, let's get going. Let's search around first. So this time I am back to using a mouse and keyboard for this game. Turned around and hit. Why did you head back? That's not where I wanted you to go. Yeah, the controls for the mouse and keyboard are a little weird. Oh. There's something in the grass at the foot of the tree. I push the grass aside and pick it up. I found a worn-out talisman. When I pick it up, the worn-out talisman, I feel a warmth flow through me. Got soul power. The worn-out talisman crumbles silently in my hand. So we have a couple of different directions we can go. Let's go this way. One to the left. I shine the light on the grove of trees in front of us and catch a glimpse of something odd. Huh, what is that? Something posted there? I can't make it out from here. I move forward for a closer look. Oh dear. What is this? What is this? Although my mind sees, it's as if I'm unable to process what I'm seeing, and my brain comes to a halt. Are these photos? There are a bunch of pictures of different people posted onto the tree, but they're all these photos have nails in the eyes. It's just as Chrissy said. For some bizarre reason, each photo has a person with nails driven through both eyes. Attached to the nails is some kind of tape. Cold sweat drips down my neck, my back. What kind of grudge would cause someone to do something like this? Oh, I don't know. What were we talking about a little while ago in an episode or two ago, huh? Hey, all the people in these photos, they're all men? Christy mutters or just loud enough to hear. Huh? I look over the photos again. A good number of them are deteriorated, so they're hard to make out, but she might be right. Yeah, looks like it. All the subjects are men. That's clearly not a coincidence. I feel a little dizzy and step back. Though, through my blurry vision, something flashes in the light from the flashlight. What's wrong? Nothing. It's just over there. Something sparkled up there. Something might be there. We should check it out. Sorry about that. I sounded really abruptly halting. It's just because I had to make sure the recording software is working. Something up in the branches of the tree is reflecting light. Something must be stuck in the branches. The only way we'll be able to check it out is to climb up on the trunk. Are you thinking about climbing up the tree? Maybe. There aren't any cavities, knots, or branches within reach. It'll be hard to climb it up. So, let's boost my partner up. This is just between us, but I weigh... She whispers in my ear. Okay, that's off the table. I refuse. There's no way I can climb that. Looks like it's not going to work. I take a deep breath and jump at the tree. I struggle to reach it for a while and manage to touch a branch until I crash to the ground with a spectacular thud. Ow! Why didn't I just get a stick? Told you. I give up and back away. Something in the grass. I can't see it well from here. I feel around in the blades of grass. I got an instant camera. I've hit the switch before I realized it and a red light appears. Apparently that means the flash can be used. It must still have battery left. Not that we're going to take any pictures with it. You're right. Actually, I turn it off and quickly stuff it in my bag. I decide it's wise not to mention the dried blood that's stuck to the bottom of it. To see is to perceive light. That distant voice echoed in my head. True, seeing something means you're seeing the light it's reflecting. But what does that have to do with Hanayome? New info added around the trees covered in photos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get one of our other people. Just because, honestly, think about it. We have a small girl, which would be perfect. And a big guy, which we can probably climb onto. So let's head back to the... Oh, wrong one. I believe we were supposed to look at the... Yeah. This isn't the right way. I turn back. So let's head out. Let's go switch out our partner, which is... let's go take our little gutsy girl. She's a brave girl. We're going to take her with us. So I have a feeling this might be a shorter one. There we go. Something's up in the branch of the tree. You're going to climb the tree? There aren't any cavities. We've seen this before. If that's all, then okay, I'll try. I squat at the base of the tree and let her climb up on me. Up you go. I stagger a bit, but manage to stand. I feel like I'm on one of I feel like I'm one of the trees now. Can you reach?
Just a little. To the right. I'm almost there.
Suzusa reaches as far as she can with her hand and I lose my balance. We both crash to the ground. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Here.
Suzusa shows me her hands. It's holding an object that was stuck in the branches. I got a dog collar. A collar? It makes me think of the dog we saw before coming here. Does this belong to that dog?
I wonder who threw it away.
Who knows? Oh, now it makes sense. As I'm putting it away in my bag, I spot an inscription on the inside of the collar. Renta. I think. How are you supposed to pronounce that? New info added, I think. I don't think there's anything else around here. So I think we can go. We tried going this way? Oh, this just leads back to the entrance, doesn't it? That's the one thing I'll say is I do get confused with the controls because the map flips with you. Are we on straight yet? I hear a low growl from somewhere. I can't see what's making it, but it seems to be watching me. Somebody's watching. Okay. Oh, we did see that dog at the gates. I'm not sure why, but I feel an intense hostility directed toward me.
What should we do?
The instant Suzu speaks, the growling grows distantly quieter. I remember the photos. All of them were men with nails in their eyes. I don't know what that has to do with the dog, but if those pictures demonstrate the hatred that saturates this place, if I'm with Suzu, it might react differently. I consider my options. Show the collar. I've got an idea. I take out the collar from my bag. Maybe it's a safe bet that the spirit was born here, so the dog is likely tied to this collar. I face the general area the barking is coming from and show it the collar. The dog appears like a gust of wind. Whoa! Before I can blink, it steals the collar from me. Live or die. When I try to quickly jump away, I hear Suzu call out to me.
Mr. Anon, don't move!
But I don't catch the rest of it. The dog rushes at me so fast it looks like it's gliding over the ground. Well, stay still. The dog stops in his tracks, seems confused, and I'm not reacting, and just stands still. It shuffles back on its guard, then prepares to attack again. It bares its teeth and growls. I break my gaze and turn my back to it. I pretend not to hear it threatening me. It growls for a while until it abruptly stops. The dog holds the dog collar in its mouth and stares at me. That collar has an inscription on it, doesn't it? I'm sure it said... What's that? What should I call it? Genta. I mutter the name. The dog perks its ears. I say it again, this time more clearly. Then, the dog turns around and quietly slinks into the bush. It disappears from sight. Seems I somehow managed to escape death. I picked up the collar that was left behind and sighed deeply.
Are you okay?
Yeah, that was... I can't even say it was no big deal. My words simply trail on. That's all I can answer with. I pat myself down with my hands, but I don't seem to be injured anywhere. I did feel teeth biting into my hand when the collar was snatched from me, though. That dog may be supernatural. I hope it doesn't attack again.
I think we'll be fine. It found what it was looking for.
You're right. Oh, I didn't mean to turn around and head back. Look are fluffles. Sure there's nothing around here? Doesn't look like it. Sounds like rope. Oh, looks like rope. A sound like rope creaks above my head. Silhouette swings in the shadow of the trees. My whole body shudders with dread.
Are those people?
Suzu gives a terrified yelp. Speechless, I shine my light on them. They clearly aren't people. They're mannequins? The thing hanging by their neck from the trees are displaying mannequins you can find in any department store. Obviously, dolls can't commit suicide. Is this someone's idea of a prank, or maybe a warning to intruders? The only one who knows the truth would be whoever did this. Let's go. I don't think they're dangerous. They're only mannequins.
Oh, okay.
Suzu replies uneasily. But before either of us take a step forward, I feel shaky, a hand gripping onto me. Now, before we go, there is something I want to look for. So it didn't actually say it, but we have the dog collar back. The male doll is hanging from a tree. I wonder what the person who did this was thinking. The doll is mercilessly hanging by its neck. It has something in its left hand. Grabbing onto it stops it from swaying. I open the hand and take what's inside. I found a worn-out talisman. When I pick up the worn-out talisman, I feel warmth flowing through me. Sweet. I think we're going to be needing that. So there's no breeze, but they're still hanging from the ropes and moving. That's unsettling. We move forward. It's
that dog.
Suzu, be careful.
No, it's okay now. It won't attack anymore.
It's that dog from before. It starts digging in the dirt right in front of us. After a few moments, it disappears like mist.
What was it doing? Is there something over there?
Let's take a look. See if there's anything else first. I reach out and touch the dirt, but the texture under my hand surprises me. The dirt around here is soft, almost as if something was buried. Give me a hand.
You're going dig here?
I don't think we'll need any tools. Please?
Okay.
In silence, we kneel in this forest in the middle of the night and dig up the dirt with our hands. I feel like I'm robbing a grave. It could be that those words popped into my head because I somehow knew what we were finding. Distracted, I looked down at what we dug up. We find a corpse. It's just a skeleton now, but it doesn't look that old.
Is that a corpse?
Yeah. My reply sounds incredibly flat and uncaring, even to me. At some point, death has become familiar. That fact, and not the corpse, is what sends a shiver down my spine. I'm too comfortable with the world of the dead. I know this, but I can't escape. One part of me observes the remains before us and reach calm. Just then I noticed something. What's that? There's something white in the skeleton's hand. I dig it out and discover it's a plastic bag. Inside are numbers of cassette tapes and some kind of note. The note's deteriorated, but parts of it are legible. I killed them all. Once assault you. Now you rest in peace. I what needed to be done. Now I die here. This forest you passed away. New song. Won't listen. Heaven. The note ends there. Got 3 cassette tapes.
That sounds like a suicide note, doesn't it? But these tapes...
She looks at the cassette tapes.
Why are they buried here too?
They look at the remains as if asking them the question. Why do they keep doing that with the translation? Of course it's not going to reply. I trail off. Different voice whispers in my mind. The voice falls silent. The last? Wait a second. The last what?
Huh? Is something the matter? I didn't say anything.
It's nothing. Sorry. Just talking to myself. Anyway, let's take these tapes with us. New info added to the spirit file. Unidentified suicide victim. Oh, come on. That one should be really, really obvious. So, it doesn't look like there's anything else here. So, let's head back. The mark burns scarlet. Half an hour left until death closes in. Ugh. Out of nowhere, my mark flares up painfully, the intense pulsing setting my nerves on fire. Shit. Are we out of time? I bite my lip and look at Suzu. Suzu! Suzu, hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's finally here. It all starts now. I grab Suzu and run. The spirit is closing in on us. Did I get in the car to go somewhere? Regardless, I'm here inside, gripping the wheel. The mansion. I need to go back there for now. I glance through the rearview mirror at Suzu in the back seat. Suzu is staring vacantly out the window with a slightly tilted head. The only thing out there is darkness. There's nothing to look at. Ida's tape player is laying on its side on the passenger seat. I grab it from the back, meaning to play one of those tapes. We quickly arrive at Koju Mansion. Even if I discuss it with Mary, it's probably best to listen to the tapes first. I reach for one, but as I do, I notice something